but I mean, he's good. He runs a Beretta 92.
Yeah.
You know, so when you gotta, what must I buy? Think of availability of space, especially if you're thinking of doing it as for sport. Availability of space,
Availability of holsters.
Look, you can get those things. You can get. We've got our own local guys, Rescomp. Most of the guys around their stuff, the speed holsters, the mag pouches. The rigs. Look, there's other stuff, the double alpha and all those things that you're probably gonna have to bring in. But once again, this is things for further down the line. Okay?
Yeah, get the skills first.
Get the skills first. You know what? It's pointless you're gonna start out, I want to buy a STI, race gun, tutti frutti, scopes and everything, and you can't run the damn thing. You don't know how to shoot. That's for later. That's for maybe 10, 15 years down the line in your shooting career. You know, start with production, your Glock 19. I'm stopping here. I can't get any further. Guess what? You put on a bloody red dot. You got the production optics. So it's always, so when the guy says, what do they want? What must I buy? Glock 19. That's your most common gun. Look, if you want to buy something else, it's entirely up to you. Mechanics range coming up. Guys are running to mechanics. They seem to. In fact, my one friend, he's like number 4 in Western Province for production optics. Between it's top 10. Let's put it that way. Top 10, and he normally ends up like top 6. Always. That's about constantly we're sitting. He can be number 1 also. He got rid of his Glocks and he bought a Canic.
I must be honest, those Canics, man.
Production optics.
They are like what you get in the box for the price is nice.
What you're getting is.
I think, now if I had to do the whole process over, I would have done so many things differently. Look, I mean, I think I put my down payment on my pistol in 2020, just before COVID hit here in SA, and then I got my, the 271 form. Actually, no, I couldn't get it because they locked us down. So it was sitting at Stellenbosch. I had to get it couriered to my place when they allowed couriers.
Okay.
And then I could only put my application in July.
Yeah, when they
opened up again. But, I mean, so to come back to that question, because this was the next part, is so a lot of people will come and they'll be like, okay, I actually want to get it for self-defense, but I think it would be worthwhile to get into sport shooting. And this is where you were saying, use what you have. Use what you have, right? But if I could do it all over again, I would definitely look for something that was a little bit more modular. So what I mean by modular is something that maybe already comes with the optic cut, that's what, because again, this is South Africa, it takes a while, send the slide, blah, 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 all of that. Something goes wrong, then you start the whole application process all over again.
People don't like this, but the SIG 320 actually it's got a model that comes with the optic, the Romeo 1. That's the only gun I know of that comes with the optic already installed. I
think now the Glock, there's a Glock
17
40. No, it's the 40. You can get the 43X rail and the 48X rail with the optic, but then you're looking at like a 25K gun. So
look. From what I know with the Canics, it comes pre-cut. I think all of the models they come pre-cut.
Pre-cut night sights with holster,
with a holster, with
3 mags,
2 or 3 mags, with plates for the different types of optics. And you know what? If there's nothing wrong in putting an optic on your defensive gun.
No, I agree with you.
Because
my
eyes is going number 1. Eyes is going, especially if you're like our age. Okay, you're young, much younger than me, I'm sure. Jonathan's even younger.
Jonathan's still alive.
I am.
I think he's taking a nap after the CrossFit. So, you know what? Besides the story of the eyes going, you've got one thing to look at.
Yeah.
When you are shooting optic, you've got one thing to concentrate on. If you're shooting normal standard irons, what have you got to do? You got to line up front sight, between your rear sight, equal light, all of that stuff in that split second.
Yeah.
So you got to do a lot of repetitions to get it right all the time. From the holster, maybe it's either from a compressed presentation all the time, and then eventually working through the holster and that. And this is where the sporting comes in. Especially, I don't know much about IDPA. I didn't get to shoot that.
Yeah.
But it's probably similar. It's not going to get you killed in the streets. What you're doing there are drills.
Yes.
Right? That's not a gunfight. It's drills. It's building skills. I always say for myself, I say a stage is a problem that needs to be solved. Okay? Realistically, you're not going to be facing 5-6 guys and be able to stand in one place and do all of that. But you're building skills. You're drawing from the holster. Other club I was at, Sugarkai, we did a carry gun shoot from your concealed holster.
Sure. That's cool.
Okay, no fancy things. Everybody came with a, whether it was a 38 or a 45, you were shooting that, and you had to do whatever amount of mag changes for whatever amount of rounds per stage. Okay, so your IPSC, your sports shooting, whether you're doing the precision stuff, you are still improving a skill. Okay, which is your sight picture, grip, trigger press in precision shooting. The same with IPSC, the action type shooting.
You're just adding movement.
You're adding movement. You know what? You're finding out that what's a normal thing for guys to do? Go to the range, put up a target, 10 meters, stand there, isosceles triangle, boom, boom, boom. 50 rounds for the day, 100 rounds. Yes, you've practiced something. But now add movement to that. Add multiple targets, add small targets, add distance.
Add a timer.
And a timer, yes, that timer. Fuck. You've got the best range plan. Beep, everything goes there. You see that? Gone there, because at the end of the day, what happens? Your targets show you what you've done. You know, so